Okay guys, so back again, and now we're going to work on the second sweep for today and for the weekend. The first technique that we worked on was the Cassie. This is another really good sweep that we're going to talk about now. The Cassie is a closed guard sweep. This one's going to be an open guard sweep where we have a little bit more space and distance between our hips and our opponent. We call this the crazy legs. You might know this in the tournament circuit as leg lasso position and one of the basic sweeps for the leg lasso. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we are in the closed guard. Now I personally don't like closed guard. I don't like to be here in this situation, hardly ever. It's okay for tournament jiu-jitsu and when you need to slow the fight down, but when you need to score, I like to have action and I like to have some movement and distance between my opponent and I. So for the previous technique, we started here and we grabbed the pant leg. For this one, we're going to start with the grips here, and we are going to actually go back to that pant leg pretty soon. So I start with the regular grips on his sleeves, and now I want to open the guard, put my feet on his hips and create some distance. I want to stretch him and move my hips away from him. So from here, I'm going to open the guard, put the feet on the hips, and I'm going to hip out and stretch him. So this is another technique that we've been working on a lot in the class. That's why we're reviewing this now. It is a great technique for all levels. So now I'm stretching him. Remember that in order for him to pass my guard, he must take his hands and get some kind of grips on my leg, any kind of grips. But these grips here are not sufficient for him to pass. So I need to keep these grips right now and make sure that he's not able to begin his pass. Now from here, I'm going to take my left leg and weave it over and under. So I turn onto my right side a bit and I take my left leg and weave over and under and I hook his armpit. Now, guys, you have to understand that hooking his armpit here, I'm not just putting my foot there for fun. This leg is serving a purpose, to control and to move him. So here, my left foot hooked in his armpit will pull him towards me. My shin will push him away. My shin will move him to the left, and my shin will also move him to the right, as you can see. So make sure that you have a good control here in this position. Now, from here, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to move it to like a knee on the belly position. My foot is going to hook the outside of his body here. And now, the same position on my right hand is grabbing for the Cassie, I'm going to get that grip again. So I'm going to lean this way and take my right hand and grab the pant leg. Now guys, remember, this is an offensive position. You should be able to come here and actually feel comfortable. It should be very difficult for the person on top to pass your guard, especially when you have good grips here. So now let's talk about the movements and what we're going to do to try to get him to lose his base. So from here now, my left leg, that's this one here, I'm going to use this leg to disrupt his balance. So I'm facing my right side, and I want to sweep him to my left for this one. So I'm going to have to use this left leg to do a big jerking motion over to my left side. So when I do that, a few things are going to happen. I've told you before that I wanted some space between my hips and him. And so I'm looking for that first, distance. Now, my hips are on my right side, and they're towards my left. I want to swing my hips over to this side like this. As I swing my hips over to my right side, my left shin is jerking out towards my left. You're going to see the way that shifts his body. I'll do it slowly. You see how that starts to move him here? Look how my left knee is moving out. So my hips moving to my right and my left shin moving to my left is breaking his balance. As we do that, my right hand is going to do a big circular motion over to this side, and my right shin in the belly is going to help to move him as well. So here, controlling, pushing, pulling, moving his balance. Now I'm going to move my hips to my right side and my left shin fires into the bicep. So here and here. As he starts to fall this way, to his left, to my left, his right, my right hand now is going to curl this arm up, curl his leg up just like we did before. Here. You guys see how I move his balance? Now I push this one up and use my leg to move him away. Now here, guys, before you get up, you're going to have to let go of this sleeve. So I let go of the sleeve and I pop up here to knee on the belly. My right foot stays hooked. My right shin goes over the middle of the belly. My right hand goes 4 fingers in the collar immediately and deep. And my left hand grabs the tricep. And I want to keep his arm in front of me. The arm can get stuck here, and that's okay. But if you can, this is a better grip. Okay? Let's go back and do it one more time. Now the good thing about the video is you can just rewind it and watch the instructional part again if you missed anything. Now I'm just going to talk about this, or show this sweep a few times in full speed. So I have my partner in my guard, and I'm in closed guard. I don't want to be in closed guard too long. Maybe I had to go here to take a breather. Now I got to work on sweeping. So from here, got the guard open, feet on the hips, hip out, creating some space. And the bigger my opponent, the more space I need to create. So now from here, I want to sweep to my left. So I'm going to take my left foot and weave it over and under. And you'll see I'll face my right side. Moving him around a bit, making sure I have a good connection and a good grip here. My right shin comes up, my right foot goes and hooks the side of his body. My right hand grabs the pant leg here below the knee. Now, I'm going to shoot my hips to my right side. My left shin is going to push this way, which is going to disrupt his base. And my right hand is going to circle. So here, full speed. Immediately, my left hand lets go. And I pop up here. Right hand 4 fingers in the collar, right shin across the belly, left hand holding the tricep here. Let's have CJ do it. So both sleeves, guys. Feet on the hips, stretch, turn onto your side, weave your foot, crazy legs position. Your second foot will come underneath and hook underneath your partner's belly. Then let go of the sleeve, come close to them, grab the pants below the knee, just like for the Cassie. Remember, with the grips in your feet, you should be using this to move the person off balance. So from here, I'm gonna pull him towards me. My hip is gonna turn this way to my left side. My knee will jerk out, and we curl this here. So we come here, like this. Now, make sure when you guys get up, post your hand on the mat, take your leg out, go to the knee on belly position, 4 fingers in the collar, and we will control this arm here, just like this. Awesome, let's do it here. Full speed. Oh man, nice. That's powerful. Do one more. I'm not used to getting swept like this. Beautiful. And see, Coach CJ, if you do this technique in a tournament, how many points do you get for this?
You get 5 points.
Why 5?
3 for the pass, 2 for the knee on belly.
3 for the pass, 2 for the knee in the belly. Is that right, Senor Luis?
Oh, wait. Oh, pass. What am I saying? 2 for the sweep, 2 for the knee on belly, 4 points.
2 for the sweep, 2 for the knee in the belly, 4 points. Great job, guys. A-team's out.
Nice.